welcome to the Celebrity Gossip Channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Beyonce being blamed for Chloe Bailey's low album sales for her album In Pieces. And I'm also going to be talking about CardiB being dragged after speaking on the Dalai Lama situation after he was caught trying to kiss a little boy. And I'm also going to be talking about Nicki Minaj scoring a movie deal. So, obviously, as you guys know, Chloe Bailey did recently drop her album In Pieces. And the album didn't get a lot of mixed reviews. Some people liked it, some people didn't. Some people felt like the writing was a bit mediocre. Some people felt like she wasn't really, showcasing as much as she could. Which, to be honest with you, I do feel like there was some truth to all of those critiques. I do feel like Chloe is very talented, but I was a bit, unimpressed with her album as a whole. It's not that it was bad, like I said, but I just think I was expecting more. Because obviously I know that Chloe's very talented. She can perform, she can dance, she can sing, and she has written, even for herself. She wrote Have Mercy, if I'm not mistaken. So I was expecting a bit more. So I was a bit underwhelmed with her album. I just felt like, me personally, my standards weren't met. And I feel like one of the main issues is, in my opinion, I just feel like Chloe needs better writers. I feel like she needs better writers. And I was told that she does have full creative control over her music. Beyonce gave her full creative control. That's part of her record deal apparently. And a lot of people have been blaming Beyonce for Chloe Bailey's low album sales. Because they feel like she's been sabotaging Chloe. And I feel like a lot of Chloe's fans mainly felt this way after Chloe did a poll on Twitter and asked her fans whether she should drop Surprise or For the Night. And obviously the fans chose For the Night as it was a more upbeat song, and this was during the summer. But then apparently Beyonce told her to drop Surprise.
I know what y'all picked about the polls, but when the queen speaks, and that's all I'm gonna say, and that's all that matters to me.
And obviously, if you don't know, Beyonce then dropped Break My Soul 3 days later after Chloe dropped Surprise. So a lot of Chloe's fans began side-eyeing Beyonce because they're like, you told her to drop a song, then you're dropping your own song 3 days after. Now, hypothetically speaking, Beyonce can drop whenever she wants. She's Beyonce. However, I can understand why some fans can necessarily feel that way, but at the same time, it's like I don't think she was trying to sabotage her own artist, because if that was really the case, she could just let Chloe go. It's not as if Chloe Bailey is necessarily having constant chart-topping hits. I'm not saying that to put her down, but obviously that's just the case. So if she was having chart-topping hits, then I would understand what people were saying. But obviously she's not really been putting out a lot of hits, so I don't really think it's completely fair to say that. But yeah, I don't think it's Beyonce's fault that Chloe's album flopped. I don't necessarily think it's Beyonce's fault. I don't think it's Beyonce's fault, because Parkwood, which is Beyonce's company, if you don't know, that's her label, that's her management company. So Beyonce signed Chloe Bailey, and Parkwood is under Columbia. And Parkwood, they've been promoting Chloe. She's done interviews, she's done magazines, and stuff like that, which is a lot of exposure. And I was expecting that maybe that could obviously help, promote the album, because she was on the Jimmy Fallon show and stuff like that, and the Jimmy Kimmel show, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of exposure. So I don't know what to say. I don't necessarily feel like it's Beyonce's fault if her team is doing their job. If they're promoting her, they're getting magazines, they're getting on talk shows, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I don't necessarily feel like it's Beyonce's fault. The only thing I necessarily think, because I feel like the issue is with some people, right? The issue is with Beyonce is that they feel like she doesn't necessarily, if she isn't honest enough with Chloe. I think that's what it is, because that's the only thing I can somewhat agree with them on. Because even when I listened to that album, it was not the best. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best. You know what I mean? And Beyonce, she's an albums artist. You know what I mean? She knows how to make a good album. She knows how to make a phenomenal album. So I will be honest, when Chloe said that Beyonce gave her notes or pointers and stuff like that for her album, It was a bit shocking to me, only because everyone knows Beyonce knows how to make a good album. So that's the only thing I can somewhat agree with them on, because she knows how to make a good body of work. So that's the only thing I can somewhat agree with them on. But my main thing is that I don't fault her for this, because to be fair, Beyonce did give her full creative control. However, the main thing, the main point I was trying to make was that I just feel like they should try and get Chloe better writers. That's the only thing. Beyonce has a phenomenal team of good writers. So it's like she obviously knows how to make it a hit. She knows which writers are the best. The artist is obviously not writing the best songs. But in my head, it would only make sense for Beyonce, who obviously has connections, and she's worked with incredible writers, for her to give some of those writers to Chloe. Like, what I mean? I remember saying this a few months back after Chloe dropped How Does It Feel, that I feel like she should work with Neo, because Neo, he's a very good songwriter, and obviously Chloe does R&B. But obviously as well, I said this as well, that I do think she should try and dabble more into that pop sound, meshing pop with R&B, because that is very commercial, and it does sound good as well. So I said that maybe she should try and switch up her sound to make it sound more commercial. Not necessarily her dumbing it down too much, but just in a way that sounds more commercial, more you know what I mean. And then on top of that, you even have DDG, who is Halle Bailey's boyfriend, Halle Bailey's Chloe's sister. So you have DDG on top of that. He was basically on some sort of live streaming. I'm not really sure what it was, because I don't really follow with DDG like that. But point is, he was obviously being recorded, and I think his friends or something were on the live stream or phone call or whatever, and one of his friends was basically asking him to set him up with Chloe, because obviously he's dating Halle. And then he started talking about Chloe's album sales. Take a listen.
Yo, DDG,
What up?
is your girl's sister single?
I don't know, actually.
You think you could put me on?
You got the riz, man. You got the juice, man. You got the motion, bro. That's all on you. You don't need me.
But bro, you're in a different stratosphere than me.
You said what?
You're in a different stratosphere than me. Like, I need you to put me on.
Man, everybody knows Gideon is, man. Quit playing with yourself, man. We in the same stratosphere.
Stop gatekeeping.
I ain't gatekeeping nothing.
Like, her album flopped, so she's probably sad right now. I just want to hit her up and be like, hey, we all have flops out there. Like, I want to console her,
Tripping, yeah, tripping. Hey, Gideon, I'm disappointed in you, man.
What you say?
Woo, 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 woo.
So this is obviously awkward, right? Because he's her sister's boyfriend, and even though he didn't really say anything, because he was just listening, he should have said something. Okay, he should have don't do that. That's rude. Don't do that. That's mean. Then Chloe ends up doing a performance at her show, and she addresses people talking about her album sales.
I don't have another song to sing. I just wanted to say hi again because I couldn't let go of this feeling. Make sure you all are supporting the album. Everybody got a say, and they can kiss my black. Because I know you guys love me, and this is all I need. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. Oh, I get a fan. I love the fans. This is cute. Thank you, boo.
Now, I do understand that it must get a bit, irritating for people to constantly make remarks. But at the end of the day, I applaud her for still, persevering and still doing what she loves to do, despite her album not getting the reception she might have wanted. However, you can't really blame people for talking about your sales. They talk about everyone's sales. When the baby flopped, they talk about him selling at 16K first week. You know what I mean? When everyone flops, they talk about your numbers. So it don't matter whether you're Beyonce's protege or whoever. it doesn't matter. They will still talk about your numbers regardless. But I do respect her, you know, for handling the situation the way that she did. You know, she didn't cry about it, she didn't whinge about it, or rant or anything like that. She just performed and continued to do what she does. So I do respect that. Moving on from that, CardiB got backlash because she was speaking on the whole Dalai Lama situation. If you don't know Dalai Lama, he's a Buddhist. And there was a video or a photo that went viral. There was a photo that went viral of him trying to kiss a little boy, and obviously this got a lot of attention. People giving their opinions on it because some people feel like, you know, a lot of religious people have tried to use the fact that they are religious to prey on your children, which is true. Not all religious people. Let me make that clear. But obviously some. You know what I mean? Because obviously people have the mindset of that's a religious person, that's a pope, that's a Buddhist, so you can't go against them, you know. But obviously that's wrong, you know. It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. If you're doing inappropriate stuff, you should be held accountable. It's really that simple. But yeah, so one of those people gave her opinions on it was CardiB. So this is what she said: the world is full of predators. They prey on the innocent, the ones who are the most unknowing, our children. Predators can be our neighbors, our school teachers, even with money, power, and our churches. Constantly talk with your kids about boundaries and what they shouldn't allow people to do to them. Now, after this, she did get dragged. So people began calling her out and saying that she was the wrong messenger to be speaking on this, because obviously, if you don't know, she did admit to drugging and robbing men.
Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do.
I'ma take him out. We're gonna get drunk. I'ma get him all perked up and everything. We're gonna have a good time. Get him super twisted. Then bring a bitch around. We're gonna have a threesome. And when he wake up, he gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the bitch was a tranny. I'm be like, yup, we had a threesome with a tranny. Yup, a tranny suck your dick.
And obviously that's illegal, and you obviously shouldn't do that. And then this was CardiB's response after people were saying this.
People want to come at me like, oh bitch, you're the wrong messenger, then you rob and drug men. And it's like, listen, y'all not gonna keep doing this, because when it comes to fucking weird ass predators and rapists and pedophiles and shit, I'm really like I don't play that shit. I really don't fucking play that shit. And for y'all to like trying to say that I'm like some predator or I'm some weird bitch because niggas wanted to buy pussy from me, and a lot of y'all be like, oh, these were vulnerable men you took advantage of. These were not no fucking vulnerable men. These are some freak ass niggas that like to go to the strip club, that like to get drunk, and after the fucking club is closed, they trying to fucking take advantage of bitches and trying to bargain. No, nigga, I'm gonna go through them fucking pockets. And then y'all be like, you drug and robbed them. Did I touch their body? Did I touch their penis? Did I touch their ass? Did I touch them? Did I put my lips on them? No type of fucking touching. Don't confuse. And even if y'all claim, oh, you robbed them, what's robbing and raping is? Two different type of shit. So don't fucking call me no rapist. Don't call me no fucking predator. Don't fucking play with my name like that, because I don't play that shit. And because of that tweet, people talking about like, oh, but you the wrong messenger. How am I the wrong messenger?
And here's the thing, right? I obviously agree with what CardiB was saying about, you know, kids are being preyed on, and sometimes it's people who have a lot of power and influence and wealth who are taking part in this. I understand that logic and I agree with what she's saying. However, I do agree with you know, the general public that it's not necessarily what she's saying. It's just the fact that she's the wrong messenger, which is true, because that's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying that she was the wrong messenger. She should not be speaking on this because she has a history of alleged criminal activity, and the fact that she's never really been held accountable or does not show any remorse to the fact that she admitted to drugging and robbing men and has no remorse to it whatsoever. I feel like that's where the frustration comes from, because if she was holding herself accountable, I doubt people would still be like shunning her or shitting on her and stuff like that. But she doesn't really do that. She shows no remorse. She tries to downplay drugging and robbing men, and you know what I mean? There's no remorse there. So that's why people feel like she's the wrong messenger, because you're downplaying one act, you know, and then trying to act like this, you know, activist of the sort when you were allegedly drugging and robbing men. To a lot of people, it's not what she's saying, it's just the fact that she's a wrong messenger. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that, the final topic I wanted to talk about was Nicki Minaj going a major movie deal. So according to reports, she is supposed to be part of this animated series called Lady Danger. The producers also include 50 Cent. 50 Cent himself ended up confirming this on Twitter. So he said, "What you doing today? We're working at NickiMinaj Southside. You already know what it is. Big Bang, Boom, GLG, Green Light Gang, I Don't Miss." And then he obviously showed the link to the article. And then Nicki herself ended up confirming it on IG. She put it on her IG story. But yeah, so I am interested to see how that does sound like, because apparently she's an executive producer on it as well. So she's not just starring in it, she's also a producer. So I am interested to see how that sounds. That will be interesting. But yeah, anyway, just to let you know, I did recently upload the first episode of my career breakdown series. It's on public figures, entertainers, etc. Episode 1 is on Nicki Minaj. It's on why she's so successful. It's basically like a run through of her career. It's in the link to it is in the description. So if you want to check that out, it'll be much appreciated. Also, episode 2 will be coming very soon, possibly sometime next week. And episode 2 will be on Whitney Houston. It's going to be on her life, her career, etc. And if there's anyone you want me to do an episode on, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you. Also, let me know what you think about the topics discussed in the video. Do you think Beyonce is to blame for Chloe Bailey's album sales? Or do you think Chloe Bailey's just not experimented with her sound enough and her music is just not connected with the GP? Let me know what you think about CardiB speaking of the deal.Cardi situation. Do you think she was wrong for speaking about it? Or do you think it was just, you know, what she was saying was right, but it's just her being the wrong messenger? Also, let me know what you think about Nicki Minaj scoring her major movie deal with Lady Danger. Let me know if you are excited about that in the section down below. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.